player also earns the title Executive of the Year. The award goes to 7.
All right, let's talk about the rec, my favorite place to do work in.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. So the Mavericks 5 right now. They've got Daniel Gafford. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's MP, and it's Irving in at the 1. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe. But although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Even though he's undersized, he's making an impact on the glass, looking fearless right now.
And Washington powers it through.
Now Kyrie has the ability to rack up a ton of assists. He knows how to find the open man.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Murray looking around. Shoots over Davis. And it's blocked by Davis.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Those are career numbers, Richard.
It's a very short list of players who have done that. Single digits. Pair his scoring with his defensive abilities, and you've got a problem.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
Both free throws good from Davis. And for a franchise that was down for so long, it must be nice to be a Kings fan these days, RJ.
Brian, the team has a strong core and direction consistently in the postseason mix. It is a breath of fresh air for Kings fans who have endured the previous 2 decades. This is where you get Sabonis the ball. He's going to reward you for feeding him.
Davis finds Irving. Here's Lively. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Lively's got 8.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Irving. And Davis with the block.
Too much this, too much that, too much length from AD. Get that out of here.
Now here's Exum. He's closely guarded. Some changes for Sacramento. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Keegan Murray comes in for Lyles. And DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for Ellis. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Martin, checked in for Lively. Washington comes in for Thompson. Williams is checked in for Exum. And MP subbed in for Kyrie Irving. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Malik Monk is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And it's the Kings with the ball after the basket by Dallas. Here's LaVine, and stolen by Williams. Pass to Martin. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Davis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists in the game. Sacramento has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas against Davis. Here's LaVine. Can they get it? And it's good on the layup. LaVine's got 23 points.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Martin outside. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Here's Valanciunas after the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. To the inside. Here's Davis, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to DeRozan. On the wing, LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Over Williams. Ooh, LaVine with another miss.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
To the paint. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Davis. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter. And it's LaVine with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Williams. Davis with a rebound. The Mavericks on offense. They've got a 13-2 run going. Martin with the ball. 2 points. That one goes. Martin's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's DeRozan. That shot off. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
More of a traditional center, Jonas Valanciunas can dominate the glass and capable of a double-double on any given night.
Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated, and of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions, but now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Now here's Williams. MP, the pass to Washington. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Washington's got 24 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Carter from outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Davis, that's good. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Here's Carter. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Three-pointer. Ellis with a rebound. Sacramento has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pass to Lyles. Outside Carter. DeRozan outside. Back to Carter. Sacramento again missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Marshall with the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Kings shooting 27% in today's game. Not good. Here's Ellis. Pass to DeRozan. RJ, what are your thoughts on the new collective bargaining agreement?
I hate it. I think owners should be allowed to spend as much money as they want. I think it should be a spending contest. That's what I think should happen.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. From about 16, Washington's shot is good. Washington's got 26.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
It's been all Mavericks. Williams passes to MP. Washington right side. Sacramento grabs the miss. Lyles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to DeRozan.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
A premier player in this league, Davis, with another huge night, showing why he is an NBA champion.
MP against Carter. Here's Ellis. Driving in. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams passes to MP. And here's Davis. Back to MP. Clock at 4. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Mavericks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Davis.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Here's Ellis. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. Over Williams. And another miss by Sacramento. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Marshall. Valanciunas with a rebound. Carter against MP. On the attack, Carter.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. MP, the pass to Williams. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA.
Chance to.
What advice would you give to players that want to come into the rec and play?
Just be smart. A lot of people, they probably don't know the fundamental part of basketball. So if you don't and you're a rec random, you know, just try to communicate. Don't be scared to cut your mic on if you got a mic. Play defense. We will find a way to score. I got some scores around me. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, too. That's what I tell my team every night when I'm scoring the rock. Play some defense, and we'll be up by 30. All right, Chop, so to get a lot of wins in the rec, you have to have some nice builds. So what are you usually running with out there?
I like to run, like, tall guard builds. So, like, anywhere from, like, 6'6" to 6'8", high mid-range, and three-pointers. And I'm not a small guard. I hate doing too much dribbling, so just finding my spots around the court.
So with a bigger guard, then, are you kind of in the post too with those post fades?
Sometimes. Just however I can get the shot off. Like, I like to shoot over people. That's my game. So
people don't know how nasty that mid-range game can be in 2K these days.
Yeah.
So can we expect you to be one of the best in the rec in 2K26, Chop?
Of course, y'all gonna see me next year.
There it is.
Well, congratulations, Chop, on winning this 2K TV award for the Rec. We're so happy to have you on the show, and keep up the hard work and go grind in 2K26.
Okay, thank you.
In honor of our next award winner, here's another 2K TV interactive question. Which edition of our 2K TV
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Houston, Texas, the site for the Mavericks. The intimidation factor looms large. Anthony Davis is locked in and focused on winning, trying to lead his team as they prepare themselves for the task ahead at Toyota Center. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Davis. MP out there with Irving. Then there's Washington. And it's Lively in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Adams is out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the guard position. Ah, what better way to start a new year than with NBA hoops. Greg, not feeling tired, are you? We got a long way to go here, partner.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Hopefully, these players can say the same. I'm sure many of them did stay up a wee bit past their bedtime last night.
Brooks against Washington. That shot missing. Great D that time from Davis. Here's Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Atlanta, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when you look at the Mavericks, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
Outside, Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. MP, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thank you, David. A nice shot by Irving.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. A rebound. by Washington. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Green. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Davis against Thompson. Into the lane. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green. Mavericks with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Washington against Brooks. Van Vliet outside. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 3. Pass to Washington. Over Green. That one wide left. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the call will be against Derek Livert.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Brooks outside. Bobbed up there for Green. Out to Thompson. Adams, the pass to Green. 2 points. That one goes. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Green finds ways to get it done inside. Really intelligent as a scorer.
Davis finds MP. Irving looking for an opening. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. Irving's got 8 points.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
And Green slams it in.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
Well said, because he really could shift momentum here. I mean, the energy you see from the guys on the bench, when they get pumped up like that, I think everybody gets pumped up.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Here's Thompson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Van Vliet against Irving. Van Vliet passes to Adams. On the wing, Green. 23 points for him the last game against Miami.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Washington. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Brooks with it. Picked up by Davis.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
MP outside. Back to Irving. It's stolen by Green. Thompson outside. Irving with the steal. Here's Davis. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And again, Dallas turns it over. Houston making some changes. Smith comes in for Adams. And Tari Eason subbed in for Dylan Brooks. And Dallas with a change here, too. Gafford's checked in. Irving against Van Vliet. Passes to Smith. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Washington, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Washington's got 6.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Now a timeout called by Houston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Davis with it. Now Smith defending. Gafford kicks to MP. Now here's Marshall. He's guarded closely, and that one is good. And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
First personal foul.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Elijah Wan, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
13 feet away, and it's Dallas with another.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Reeves the pass to Smith, and the rejection by Gafford, and he gets it back. Another miss by Houston.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Up top, Reeves. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Eason. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Here's MP. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. On the wing, Davis. And there's the pass to Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Loads it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Rockets trail by 19. Reeves outside. Holiday against MP. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Marshall with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And there it is for him. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now Whitmore. He has yet to score.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Marshall. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Whitmore. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Davis kicks to Thompson. Over Reeves. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Yep, that one goes. Marshall's got 8 points.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
We're at the end of the first quarter. What a blowout already in this one. It's Dallas opening up.
The Mavericks, 44.
Substitution going with the whole new group out there. And the Rockets with possession here. It's a 16-point game. Here's Whitmore. Covered by Gafford. On the wing, Holiday. The shot misses. Great D that time from Davis.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
We've got Jabari Smith. Cam Whitmore is out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Reeves in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Smith the pass to Holiday. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes down.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, MP in the last time out against the Kings put together a nice line. He scored 10 points, and he was dialed in with his shooting. Very few misses out there. The key to the team's run is focus. They don't take anyone lightly. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Thompson outside. Releases. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And uses his handle and great feel for the game to execute the pick and roll there. What can't Thompson do?
Thompson outside. Back to Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
MP finds Davis. And Davis throws it down hard. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Williams.
Davis puts it down with authority, and his team is just going wild about it. Man, that was impressive.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Houston making a switch here. Eason's checked in to end the run, and he gets the jumper to drop. Holiday's got 4 points in the quarter. Mavericks leading by 21. Here's MP. Thompson with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Eason. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Williams. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Whitmore. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Williams gets the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Whitmore with it, working on Williams. Another miss by Houston. Dallas has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Good on the bucket. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And stolen by Thompson. Outside for Davis, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. A distinction every young player would love to have. You look at MP, while not in the top 5 currently, he's definitely on the radar screen, and he's been playing some very solid basketball.
And as the Rookie of the Year race has taken shape here, these are the young players who are really standing out as the best of that freshman crop.
And you know what? The talent they have, undeniable. And the more they've gotten used to the demands of life in the NBA, the better they've gotten.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
There's 39 seconds left here in the second. Here's Thompson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
Here's Holiday, and the rejection by Gafford. Smith, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Left side, Williams. On the wing, Davis launches a 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Davis has got 7 now in this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters.
In for the
Fleet
Mavericks,
looking around.
Anthony Davis.
Third quarter of play with just
Washington.
over a minute and a half gone by. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Baseline jumper, and it's Dallas with another.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Brooks, the pass to VanVleet, and Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Shoots from 12. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Adams, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Lively inside. Adams on him. Lively, that's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And Brooks, here we go. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
And Davis puts it in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brooks outside, looking to get it going. Feeds to Adams. Off target at the rim. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Irving. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Irving against VanVleet to the paint. And Green with the basket on the assist from VanVleet. VanVleet's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Irving. That shot off. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. MP dishes to Davis. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Irving from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. Dishes it to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
Davis, the pass to MP. Right wing. Washington inside. Brooks covering. And it's Washington missing. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the inside. Nice shot by Brooks. Brooks has got 9.
And when Brooks gets these chances, he doesn't pass them up. Nice work inside.
Irving finds MP. Washington against Brooks. Washington, that's good. 8 points for him.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And here's Green outside. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Green stopping on a dime and putting up his shot. Boy, that was impressive how suddenly he did that.
Here's Irving. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Clark, the Rockets have done a good job. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
At his best, Davis is an MVP caliber player, one of the true franchise guys in the league.
At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Dylan Brooks out there with Thompson. And it's Smith in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And it's Davis missing. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Brooks. Out to Thompson. There's the 3. It's hauled in by MP. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. It's good.
His ability to dominate games is what makes Anthony Davis a top-tier player.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Brooks, the pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Passes it to Exum. Stolen by Brooks. Williams against Green. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Green's got 11 in the second half.
Well, we're seeing validation as to why Green went 2nd overall in the draft. He's got a unique ability to score the ball.
Outside, Davis. Shot clock at 6. Over Thompson. Again, the Mavericks score.
Those long arms of AD help him on jumpers. You pretty much can't get to a shot because he's so long and extends on it.
Van Vliet against MP. It's deflected. Williams looking over the floor. Inside, here's Davis. Yes, that goes in. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter. Here's Brooks. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Davis. Lively the pass to MP. Williams against Reeves. Williams kicks to Washington. 6 to shoot. Green against MP. They get it again. Here's Lively. And another basket for Dallas.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Green against Washington. He kicks it to Exum. Sinks the triple.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Williams dishes to Exum. Lively trying to break loose. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.